With no concrete signs of an economic recovery coming soon, the National Wages Council today said it would press on with concerted actions recommended in its January guidelines. That is to cut business costs, save jobs and enhance competitiveness.
In view of the deterioration of the economic performance in the first quarter of this year and the weak outlook for the rest of the year, despite recent optimistic comments made by various analysts, I think we still got to be ready for the uncertainty that lies ahead. In other words, we need to be prepared for the eventuality of a prolonged downturn. Not forgetting the possibility of an epidemic. It's one epidemic. Still, of course, it's receding somewhat, but possibility has not gone away.
Prof. Lim stressed this point as he announced the wage guidelines for this year and 2010. The Council recommended that companies hit by the downturn implement a wage freeze or wage cut and reduce non-wage costs such as transportation and utilities bills. It also recommended to enhance wage flexibility and boost productivity to help stave off retrenchment. Singapore's GDP slowed to 1.1% last year, significantly lower than the 7.8% growth in 2007. The seasonally adjusted overall unemployment rate rose to 3.2% in March this year, up from 2.3% last September. The number of redundancies has also gone up, with 12,600 workers made redundant in the first quarter of 2009, compared to 9,410 in the previous quarter. With the economic downturn and increased business costs, wage increases granted were more restrained last year. Real total wage shrunk by 2.3%, while real basic wage shrunk by 2.1%. With the bad news, businesses, it seems, don't have an optimistic outlook for the future.
Compared to back in maybe January and February, where we were experiencing a very sharp decline in all the major sectors, with the exception of perhaps construction. Compared to that, I think the rate of decline has slowed down. But looking forward, the prospects of business picking up, the signs are not there. So we may have to wait for a while and see. There may be some relief that the rate of decline has slowed down somewhat, but there's no relief that the bottom has been reached and the worst is over.
Now, the NWC also emphasized on the importance for businesses to prepare itself for an economic upturn. The Council urges companies to maximize the current slack manpower conditions to improve the skills of its workforce. That way, they can stay competitive when the global economy recovers. Still, the Council said the $20.5 billion resilience package, which includes the Jobs Credit Scheme and the Skills Program for Upgrading and Resilience, has helped to reduce costs and minimize job losses. The government has accepted the NWC guidelines, which will cover the period from July 1st to June 30th next year.